Word 2007, what has changed? Word 2007 looks different from Word 2003. It is probably most noticeable to you when you look at the top of the window. The menus and toolbars have been reorganized into an area at the top of the window called the ribbon. The functions that you need are now more clearly visible and more readily available. Instead of having 30 or so hidden toolbars buried on menus, you have them all on the ribbon. Word commands are now available in tabs and groups on the ribbon. With a bit of practice, you'll discover that the commands you already know how to use are grouped together in ways that make a lot more sense. The ribbon is made up of tabs, groups and commands. Tabs. There are several tabs across the top of the ribbon. Each tab represents core groups of tasks you do in Word. Let us begin with the first tab. It is called the Home tab. The functions and commands on the Home tab are the ones that you are going to use most often. Everything on a tab has been carefully selected according to user activities. For example, the Home tab contains all the things you use most often, such as the commands in the font group for changing the font face, size and so forth. Groups. You will notice that in each tab, the commands that you are likely to need for a particular type of task are placed together in groups. Throughout the task, the groups remain on display and readily available. In the past, these would have been hidden in menus. But now these commands remain visible while you are doing the task. Commands. A command can be a button, a box to enter information, or a menu item. The commands on the ribbon are the ones you use the most often. Commands can also be context-sensitive. In other words, instead of showing every command all the time, Word 2007 shows some commands only when you need them, in response to a particular task. Dialog box launchers and groups. You may not see a certain command from a previous version of Word. The commands are still there in Word 2007, you just need to know where to look. You will see that some groups have a small diagonal arrow in the lower right corner. This arrow is called a dialog box launcher. When you click it, you will see more options related to that group. Click the dialog box launcher button. Those options will often appear in the form of a dialog box that you may recognize from a previous version of Word. Or they may appear in a familiar-looking task panel. Unfortunately, you cannot make Word 2007 look and work like Word 2003. However, the main difference between 2003 and 2007 is the ribbon, and after playing around with the ribbon a little, you will get used to where things are and will like how easy it makes getting your work done. Temporarily hide the ribbon. The ribbon makes everything in Word 2007 nicely centralized and easy to find. Sometimes, however, you don't need to find things. You just want to work on your document, and you'd like more space to do that. Here is how you do it. Double-click the Active tab. The groups disappear, so that you have more room. Whenever you want to see all of the commands again, double-click the Active tab to bring back the groups. So it's just as easy to hide the ribbon temporarily as it is to use it. The Microsoft Office button located in the upper left corner of the window. When you click it, you will see a menu that is packed with useful items. Many of these, such as Print and Save, used to be found in the old File menu in Word 2003. Other commands are also found here. Click Word Options at the bottom of the menu to access the options. In previous versions of Word, you could set such options in the Options dialog box, opened from the Tools menu. Now many of those options are found here, where they are more visible, and conveniently close at hand when you start work on old files or new ones. That is the end of this presentation on the Word 2007 interface. It may be new and it may be different, and it may even be a bit scary for some users. However, if you take the time to become familiar with it, you will find it easier and faster to use.